Hi. I'm starting a little early because I thought I would make sure I got the camera together. Hi, everybody. So, Bronwyn again. It's 4 o'clock, time for yoga. I hope you guys are all doing okay out there, hanging in there. I know it's a challenging time that we're all in, but I hope that you can make the space to move, do some yoga, stretch, jumping jacks, whatever it is that you love doing. Get outside, take a walk. But it's really important, I think, to move our bodies in this very strange time that we're living in, a time of uncertainty. Okay, so we're going to start. I'll just say if you happen to have a block, you can use a block. If you have your own blocks at home, we might be using a block today. Also, if you have pillows, you can use pillows in place of a block. So whatever you got, or use anything that you feel like you can support yourself with in case you need support throughout the class. I was going to try to play music, and I had it on actually, but it stopped when I pressed the live video feed, so I guess we won't be having music. Oh well, I gotta figure that piece out. Okie dokie. So here we are, time for yoga. Let's find a nice seated position. Again, if you want to use your block, take your block and put it under your sits bones so you can have something to sit on, or use a pillow. Okie dokie. Here we go. I just have to say, it's always such a strange thing talking to the phone, and I'm not in a real room with real people. Alrighty, let's just take a couple minutes to center ourselves so you can get a little grounded here. And feel free to close your eyes. Feel your sits bones on the ground or on the block or pillow, whatever it is you happen to be sitting on. And come into your breath. Start to notice your breathing. The inhale and the exhale of your breath. Notice your sits bones on the ground or on the block or whatever you happen to be sitting on. And when you're ready, just slowly bring your hands to your heart center. And let's take a moment to drop our chin towards our chest. Just taking this time to thank yourself for practicing. Taking the time for yourself in this moment. On the next inhale, let's raise the crown of the head. And we'll begin today's practice with one chant of Om, inhaling together. On the next exhale, slowly allow your arms to release from your heart center and allow the eyes to flutter open. Okay, let's remove whatever you happen to be sitting on and place it over here off to the side. And come onto our hands and knees. So let's stack the knees right under the hips and the hands right under the shoulders. And let's start with some cat-cow. So arching and rounding through the spine. Connecting your breath with the movement of the spine. If you want to go a little faster here, feel free to move a little faster. If you need to wake up or energize the body. Moving faster helps. Or if you're feeling really nervous or over caffeinated, if you had a late afternoon coffee, then maybe slow it down. Again, connecting your breath with the movement of the spine. And then come back to a more neutral position. And let's do some side to side motion. So looking to the right and the left. Rocking the hips side to side. And then let's do some circles with the head and the hips. And if you've heard me say this before, I like to call this disco kitty. Gotta dance it around. Okay, shake that out. All right, let's walk the hands forward, tuck your toes, press into the balls of your feet, and then walk the arms forward. Drop your head down and do a puppy dog stretch. Lengthening out through the arms and the fingers. Keep lifting your sits bones skyward. Draw the belly button in and breathe into that space underneath your armpits, your upper back and shoulders. If you need a deeper stretch here, you can come up onto your fingertips and tense your hands, and then arms forward once again. That's only if you need a deeper stretch. On the next inhale, let's make your way back up onto your hands and knees. And we're going to do a little bit of a core warm-up. So again, hands and knees, wrists right under shoulders, knees under hips. On the inhale, lift up through the belly button and then extend your right leg out straight behind you. Then we're going to inhale and lift your left arm up. So we're in opposition here. Left arm, right leg, keep drawing the belly in. Press the floor away with your right hand. On the exhale, we're going to contract and draw everything together. Knee and elbow towards center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale, extend. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale, contracting. Inhale, extend. One more. Exhale. And inhale, extend. Hold. Breathe. Exhale, release the left hand and the right leg. Take a moment. Shake out the hands if you need to. If that bothers your right wrist, roll it around in a circle. Okay, we're going to switch sides. So again, lift up through your core. Engage the belly. And then we'll extend your left leg out, using your core to do so. Then we're going to inhale, lift the right arm up and the left leg. Opposites here. Keep drawing the belly in. One long line of extension from your fingertips through your toes. On the exhale, contract. Knee and elbow towards center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale, extend. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Hold. Breathe. Exhale, release right hand, left leg. Shake out that left wrist. So speaking of wrists and hands, since we are all on the computer a lot right now, doing online stuff or texting people or Instagramming or whatever you do, let's work with some hand and wrist movement just to work these muscles, stretch them out a little bit. So I'm going to show you facing the camera. So we're going to put our hands flat, again, hands and knees. We're going to just do some rotations around to the left. Make some circles. And then switch. switch, other way. And back to center. Now you're going to switch the hands. So fingers are pointing towards you now. Thumbs are pointing out. I know I have pretty flexible wrists, so this might not work for everybody, but do the best you can. And then we're going to stretch here. You can come into cat-cow, arching and rounding. You're going to feel a difference in the front of the forearms and the wrists. And then come back to center. Now let's take the hands. We're going to flip them one at a time. So flipping your left palm up. This may be plenty for you right here, or if you need a bit more of a stretch, you can go ahead and rock up onto your fingertips. Or fold in, try to make a fist. Sort of a weird fist, but nonetheless, a fist. Okay, shake that hand out, and then let's do the other one. Flipping the right palm up. Again, feel free to stay right here, or if you need something more, go ahead and rock up through the hand. Or make a fist on this side, closing through the fingers. Okay, shake that hand out. Now let's bring the hands together and then just do some little circles. You can call this a jelly roll or a chocolate roll. And let's make a little bit of a wave or a roller coaster, just shaking out the hands and the wrists. Warm up the fingers. Open and close, flick your hands a little bit. Great. Okay, now that we've stretched this area a little bit, maybe your hands and fingers and wrists are a little more awake. Let's come back to the mat. I'm going to turn and face this way. And we're going to tuck toes, lift your sits bones, and press back to a downward facing dog. So take your time here. Pedal through your feet. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. Shake out the head. Release the jaw, the face. Maybe stick the tongue out. Make any last movements here in your downward dog, and then start to find some stillness. Keep drawing the belly button in and up. Press your heels down and back. Take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, keep drawing the belly in, lift the sits bones, press your heels down and back. Be very active with the hands and the fingers, pressing your mat down and forward. On your next inhale, let's float forward to a plank. So find a nice strong plank pose, fingers open, shoulders right over your wrists. Draw your shoulder blades together, belly button lifts in and up. And then press out through both heels. And 3 deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's lower down, knees, elbows in at your sides, chest and chin towards the floor. Inhale, find a low cobra. Draw your shoulder blades together. Lengthen out through all 10 toes so you can soften your glutes. And then lift your heart center up by drawing your shoulder blades together. One more breath here. On the next exhale, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. On the bottom of your next exhale, let's completely empty out your breath. Bend the knees, take the gaze forward, and either hop or step towards the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, find a flat back. So draw the shoulder blades together. Feel free to bring your hands wherever you might need them, maybe under shins, ankles, so you can find that long line from the crown of your head through your spine and out through your tailbone. On the exhale, fold forward, let it go. On the inhale, let's sweep arms up. Reverse your swan dive, come up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Hi, everybody. Okay, we're gonna do some Vinyasa flow. So we're gonna start with just a simple flow through downward dog. On the inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together, take the gaze up. On the exhale, swan dive forward over your legs. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, flat back. On the exhale, either step or jump back through chaturanga. Or knees, chest, chin. This is knees, chest, chin. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, back to a downward dog. Or do chaturanga, whatever works best for you. 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And then on your next exhale, completely empty out the breath. Bend the knees, take the gaze forward, either hop or step towards the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. Come on up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep arms up, palms together. Exhale, swan dive forward over your legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, either step or jump back through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. 3 breaths. At the bottom of your next exhale, completely empty out your breath. Bend the knees, take the gaze forward, and either hop or step your way towards the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's bend the knees and find Utkatasana or chair pose. So for chair pose, you want to sit back towards your heels, tuck the pelvis, belly in, and then see if you can sit a little deeper. Arms come up, lift the heart. If it's too hard to have your arms straight, bend the elbows. Either is fine. You don't want your shoulders sitting up here, so draw your shoulders down your back. If that helps to do cactus arms, do cactus arms. Okay, Utkatasana. 2 more breaths. Sit back towards your heels, lift your heart, breathe, smile, smile. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, step or jump back through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bring the big toes together now. We're going to inhale your right leg out behind you and find a 3-legged dog. On the exhale, bend the knee and open the hip. From here, you can point and flex your right foot, or maybe make some circles around to the right, to the left. Inhale that leg straight back behind you. On the exhale, knee to nose or forehead. Draw the belly in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose or forehead. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose or forehead. And then step that foot in between your hands and find a lunge. Feet hip width apart, toes parallel. Lift your heart center. Drop the pelvis down. Keep lengthening out through your left quad and through that left heel. Breathe. If you need blocks or a pillow, place them under your hands on either side. On the exhale, we're going to fold over that front leg. Inhale, back to your lunge. Exhale and fold. Inhale, back to your lunge. Exhale and fold. One more time. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, fold and hold. Breathe into the back of your right hamstring. Keep lengthening the heart center forward. One more breath here. On the inhale, back to your lunge. And then come into a plank. And let's lower down. Knees, elbows in at your sides. Chest, chin towards the floor. Inhale, low cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes. Press back. Downward facing dog. Okay, big toes together again. Inhale, left leg out. Three-legged dog. On the exhale, bend the knee and open the hip. From here, point and flex that left foot again, or roll the ankle in a circle. Go one direction, go the other direction. And when you're ready, back to center, three-legged dog. Okay, exhale, knee to nose or forehead, belly in. Find that ab work. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose or forehead. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose or forehead. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose or forehead. And then step that foot in between your hands. Low lunge. The back knee is still lifted. Again, here, you can use a block on either hand or both hands, or use pillows or whatever else you're improvising with if you don't have a block. All right, let's lift the heart center. Press out through the right heel, lift through that right quad, and breathe. On your next exhale, we're going to fold over that left leg. Drop the head, neck, and chest. Inhale, back to your lunge. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, fold. Breathe into the back of the left hamstring. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, fold. This time, hold and breathe. One more breath here. Inhale, back to your lunge. And then step that left foot back, find a plank. And we'll lower down. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. From here, let's walk your hands to your feet. And we're going to find a forward fold, this time at the back of your mat. I'm going to take my socks off. You don't have to do that unless you left yours on too. Okay, finding a forward fold. Let's do yogi toe lock. So first 2 fingers and thumb around the big toe. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to protect your low back or your hamstrings. You can also pigeon toe your feet. That also protects your low back. Inhale, find a flat back. On the exhale, fold. Elbows splay out to the side. Keep lifting the sits bones. Draw the belly in. Breathe into the back of the hamstrings. Feel free to shake the head out, yes and no. Flutter the lips. One more breath here. On the exhale, release your hands from your feet. Heel toe your feet back together. And then inhale, Utkatasana, or awkward chair pose. Sit back towards your heels, belly in. Lift the heart. See if you can sit a little bit deeper. Exhale and fold over your legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's go back to Utkatasana again. Sit a little deeper. Lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, let's walk yourself forward back to that plank position. From here, we're going to do a little more core. Come onto your forearms. Forearm plank. Elbows right under your shoulders. Fingers open. Lift through the belly. Press out through your heels. 3 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, walk your way back up to a plank if you can. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, we're going to move into some warrior 1. So let's step that right foot forward. Swivel your left heel down. Go ahead and check it out. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. Inhale, warrior 1. Let's bring our hands onto our hips. Take a moment. Get your hips a little more squared. Adjust this back foot if you need to. And then drop the pelvis down. Lift up through your center, through your core. And then maybe even lift the toes up. Spread them out. And then press firmly back to the ground. Lift your heart center. When you're ready, draw your arms up and breathe. Maybe drop the pelvis down a little bit more. One more breath here. Exhale, come on out through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step left foot forward. Swivel the right heel down. Again, check out your feet. Make sure they're hip width. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, hands onto your hips. And then again, take a moment here to adjust your feet if you need to. Find a nice strong warrior 1. Drop the pelvis down. Lift up through your core. Really press the earth away with your feet. Try to find some groundedness in this time of uncertainty. Lift the heart. Keep your spirit up. On the inhale, draw the arms up. Breathe. Soften the shoulders down your back. Soften your face and your jaw. 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, soften. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. Come on out through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to move through that a little faster. Move at your own pace. Work on the transitions in between the movements. Rest when you need to. Right foot forward. Inhale. Warrior 1. Exhale through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward. Warrior 1. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward dog. 1 more time. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward. Warrior 1. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Hold and breathe. Or down dog or wide-legged child's pose. 3 breaths. If you're in wide-legged child's pose, open the knees wide enough so you can sit back towards your heels. You can use a pillow. If you can't sit all the way back there, you can sit on a pillow. Or stay in a downward dog. 3 breaths on your own breath count. On your next inhale, if you're in a wide-legged child's pose, start to make your way back up to a downward facing dog. Okay, assuming everybody's in a downward dog, let's bring the big toes together again. This time, inhale, right leg out behind you, 3-legged dog. If you like to flip your dog, you're going to bend the knee and open the hip. If you don't want to flip it, that's fine. You can just stay in 3-legged dog with the hip open. Otherwise, flip your dog. Come into wild thing. Lift your heart. Reach through your fingertips. Breathe. Keep reaching. 1 more breath. And then on the way out, find side plank. You can do side plank just like this on your hand and wrist. But if that bothers your wrist, then come onto your forearm, like so. Either variation. 3 breaths here. One more breath in side plank, any variation. And then make your way out. Come back to downward dog. Take a breath. Everybody take an inhale. Exhale, side on your mouth. Okay, big toes together. Inhale, left leg out behind you. On the exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. You can either stay here or flip the dog. Wild thing. Lift the heart, reach through your fingertips, lift your hips, breathe. One more breath. And then roll on out into side plank. Again, you can do this on your hand and wrist, or you can come onto your forearm like so. Elbow right under your shoulder, palm face down. Lift that top arm up. Breathe. 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, come on out. Find your downward dog. Shake it out. Take an inhale. Exhale, sigh it out of your mouth. Stick the tongue out. All right, let's rise up onto your tippy toes, onto the balls of your feet. Take 5 to 10 steps forward towards the front of the mat. And we're going to find another forward fold. This time, Padahastasana, so you're standing on your hands. Tuck your hands under your feet. So, like so, I'm going to step up towards my wrists. This is a nice little wrist massage. If that feels good for you, again, you can bend your knees as much as you need to. You can also do this variation where you turn your hands so thumbs point out. If you can't see me, this is what I'm doing. Like this. It's one variation. Just make sure you drop your head and let the head go. Or this variation. Of course, if none of these variations work for you, feel free to just grab opposite elbows. Forward fold. I'm just going to face back this way. Okay, one more breath here. On your next exhale, go ahead and release your hands from your feet. And then slowly soften the knees. And let's roll up your spine. Come up to stand. And then I'm going to turn to face you. So, sweating today. Okay, let's do tree pose. So, we're going to shift your weight into your left foot. And then bring the right leg up. Maybe on the inner thigh, maybe on your calf, just not on your knee. Hands on your hips, draw the belly in, open through the hips. And then hands together at your heart. When you're ready, you can play with the branches of the tree. So bring the arms up maybe, take the gaze up, lift the heart center. That may change the balance. Or take a side bend, one way or the other way. You can move a little bit, whatever you feel like doing. Be creative, have fun, smile. One more breath here. When you're ready, exhale, hands back to your heart. Okay, so we're going to stay on this left foot for a moment. So we're going to turn that right knee in, left hand on the left hip. If you can, grab yogi toe lock. You can either stay right here, or if you are able to straighten your leg in your practice, then go ahead and straighten the leg. Draw that right shoulder back. Breathe. Lift the heart. 2 more breaths here. Then we're going to extend the leg out to the right. If you're still holding in yogi toe lock, just open the leg, open the hip. So you went from here, you can just open your hip, keep the core engaged. If you have the legs straight, awesome, whoa. And then you can release this left hand and take your gaze to the left if you want. One more breath here. And then let's bring the leg straight back to center. Everybody's going to straighten the leg out and try to lift the leg up. up, arms up. You can keep your knee bent, but see if you can straighten that leg. Breathe, breathe. Soften your shoulders, smile. And then release that leg. Hands at your heart. Just drop your chin. Take a breath. On the inhale, raise the crown of the head up, and then we'll switch sides. So I'm going to shift my weight into my right foot. Bring the left leg up, finding tree pose. Either on the inner thigh or on your calf, just not on the meniscus of your knee. From here, hands on your hips. Lift up through your core, through your belly. Really firm through your standing foot. Open the hips and pelvis. It helps if you press with your foot on your inner thigh. When you're ready, eyes out on the horizon, and then hands at your heart. Then let's play with the branches of the tree on this side. So whatever feels good, side bend. Move the branches of the tree, or maybe stay still. Lift the heart center, lift the gaze. On the exhale, hands back to your heart. And then again, we're going to stay on this foot for a minute. So grab yogi toe lock on your left big toe. You can stay right here or extend the leg out and breathe. Draw that left shoulder back in line with your left ear if you've extended the leg. One more breath here. Lift your heart. Then we're going to open the hip. You can take that right arm out and take the gaze to the right. Again, you can just stay with the knee bent. It's fine. Either way. Breathe. Okay, come on back to center. I'm losing my balance on that side. That's okay. Come back to center. We got to straighten this leg out. Straighten your leg. Arms up. Breathe. Lift that leg a little higher. Belly in. Smile. All right. Exhale. Release that leg. Hands at your heart. Drop your chin towards your chest. On the inhale, raise the crown of the head. And I'm going to come back and face this way. Big toes together. Inhale, sweep your arms up, palms together. Exhale, swan dive forward over your legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step, jump back through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, we're going to move through some warrior two. So stepping right foot forward, swivel that left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Open, exhale, warrior two. Finding a nice strong warrior two pose. Making sure that this right heel lines up with the arch of your back foot. When you're ready, use your shoulder blades, those big muscles in your back, to lift your arms. Take the gaze out into the horizon. Drop the pelvis down. On the next inhale, reverse the warrior, opening up through that right side. Let that left hand just slide down the back leg. Drop the pelvis. On the exhale, windmill the arms down and make your way out through chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, low cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Stepping left foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Open and exhale, warrior two. Finding a nice warrior two on your left side. Ground down through your feet. Lift up through your core. Drop the pelvis down. And then use your lats, these muscles in the back, to lift the arms up. And breathe. Take the eyes out into the horizon. Maybe even lift the toes up, spread them apart, and then press your feet back down to the ground. On your next inhale, reverse that warrior. Open up through the left side body. Exhale, windmill the arms down. Come on out through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, a little faster now. Work with your own bodies. Go at your own pace. Inhale, warrior one. Open, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward. Warrior one. Open, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot, warrior one. Open, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Open, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Hold and breathe. Everybody take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out of your mouth. Again, inhale. Exhale, sigh it out, stick the tongue out. On your next inhale, float forward to a plank. On the exhale, I'm going to count to 10. We're going to lower down, elbows in. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the belly in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5, 9 3/4, 9 5/8. Okay, 10. Come on, everybody. Sorry, guys. Got to do a little strength stuff. Okay. Let's put one hand on top of the other, and then let your head come down. Shake out your hips. Take a breath. Okay, let's come up into Sphinx pose. So I'll do it facing this way first. Elbows under your shoulders, palms open, fingers open. Lift through your heart, lengthen through all 10 toes. Try to soften your butt cheeks, but draw the belly in. So I'll face you now. You can really suction cup your hands and forearms down to really draw your heart center forward. Try to relax your butt cheeks, because if they're squeezing together, it's going to hurt your low back. If this is okay on your lower back and around area around your sacrum, press through your palms and come up a little higher. If this bothers your low back when you come up higher, then stay on your forearms. Let's take the gaze up and down. And then we're going to roll the head over towards the right. Look over your right shoulder. And then roll the head down. Look over your left shoulder. And then roll the center. Take the gaze forward and lower all the way back down. Place one hand on top of the other, forehead on top of your hands, and then shake out your hips. I'm going to go back and face this way. Okay. Let's come up into Shalabhasana. So Shalabhasana, you're going to keep your legs hip width apart. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Switch whatever hand or finger you typically do on top. And if you can, bring the palms together. On the inhale, we're going to lift up. Lift the front of the chest. Lift the legs. Keep the belly in. Keep the gaze down. And breathe. Think about lengthening from the crown of your head through your spine and out through your toes, as well as lifting. One more breath. Exhale, release completely. Arms flopping your sides. Head can turn one direction and just shake it out. Okay, from here, we're going to do bow pose. So, we're going to bend the knees, and we're going to reach for the ankles. If you can't reach for your ankles, and you don't have a strap at home, you can use a sock, really long sock, or a towel, or anything. Actually, I don't have anything right here. Oh, yes, I do. So, these aren't long enough. But you can totally use socks to lift up. Anyway. Or one on each ankle. Okay. Go ahead. Grab your ankles. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift up. Keep lifting your toes towards the sky. Lift your heart. Keep the gaze down. And breathe. 2 more breaths. Exhale, release completely. Head comes down, turns the other direction, and then windshield wiper the legs side to side. Okay, when you're ready, come back to center. Let's push on up to hands and knees, and you can press back to a child's pose. Lengthen that spine. You can do regular child's pose or wide-legged child's pose, whichever feels best for you. One more breath here. And then come on up. So I did want to do a little bit of inversions today. So we're just going to do a little bit of handstand. I know I don't have too much time, but let's do a little bit of a practice. So you can use the middle of the room, or if you have a wall space, like I have a wall space over here, and hopefully you can still see me over here. If you want to try inverting, really simple way to go upside down is to have your back against the wall, and then put your hands down, shoulder width apart. If you can and you feel comfortable, you can walk your feet up the wall and find a little handstand. You can even have your feet a little lower or knees bent if you don't feel comfortable coming all the way up. So if you're able, try to come on up into an inversion. If you have a headstand practice, go ahead and do that. If you have a forearm stand, go ahead and do that. The other thing you can do for an inversion, if you're in the middle of the room, make sure there's nothing above you. Put your hands down and then just practice kicking a little bit. So kicking up and down. Maybe you're only just kicking to here. That's fine. Just a little kick, putting weight on your hands. Most importantly, fingers are open and your hands are shoulder width apart. So take a minute of your own time to do an inversion. So you can either practice just kicking up in the middle of the room, or do a headstand, forearm stand. You can do those against the wall as well. Or go ahead and then walk your feet up. You can also just come to an L, but in order to do an L handstand, you want to make sure that you measure how far you are from the wall. So when I sit with my back against the wall, that's where my feet are. So my hands are going to go there. So you got to remember that. And then you bring your legs up, you come into an L. It's hard to tell if I'm actually parallel. Draw the belly in. I actually think that's harder than walking your feet all the way up. Okay, let that go. If you're done with your inversion, let's come back to the mat. Find your downward dog. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then we're going to come onto your knees. We're going to do camel. So facing this way, lift your heart. You can tuck your back toes or keep them flat. Hands, thumbs on your sacrum, right on the sides here. Lift the heart and then come on back a little bit. If you want to go further, you can bring your hands to your heels. You can even let your head and neck release. Or just stay right here. You can still let your head go here. I'll show you facing front. Most importantly, pelvis and hips come forward. You can even place your hands on your heart. Lift the heart, let the head go back with you, and then stay here or any variation I just spoke of. Or if you have a much deeper practice, you can even bring your head to the floor, the top of your head. One more breath, wherever you're at here. And then slowly make your way up. Maybe sit back into what they call rabbit's pose, drop the head, or come into child's pose, just to release your spine. Okay, from here, let's come to just sit on your butt. We may go over a few minutes, I apologize. Okay, from here, let's find Tarasana, or diamond shape. So Tarasana, legs are a little bit further in front of you. It's not Baddha Konasana, Tarasana. Hold on to the ankles, lift the heart. On the exhale, drop the head. So again, if your head doesn't touch your feet, no big deal. Use a pillow or anything. Stack your wrists. Let the head go. Send your breath into your low back. Breathe. Soften the shoulders. Soften the face. 3 breaths here. On the inhale, come on up. Now let's do Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet in a little closer. Okay, heels a little bit closer to you. Lift the heart. And let's come forward with a flat back. So again, draw your heart center forward. Draw your shoulder blades together. Open through the hips and the pelvis and breathe. One more breath here. And inhale, make your way back up. Slowly close the legs. And then we'll extend them straight out. Flex your feet. Inhale, draw the arms up. On the exhale, fold and breathe. Again, reaching wherever is best for you. Calves or ankles, or maybe you're just right here, wherever you are. If you can't fold forward, you can sit on a block. This will help you to come forward, or sit on a pillow. This will help you to fold forward. Do what's best for your body. One more breath here. On the inhale, make your way up. And then I'm going to turn to face this direction one more time. And we're going to come to lay on your back. So laying all the way down, slowly lowering to the floor. Walk your heels in closer towards your glutes. And then let's inhale, lift the hips, press down through your feet. Exhale, slowly roll down your spine. 2 more of these on your own breath count. Inhale, press through your feet, lift the hips. Exhale, slowly lower. On this next one, you can either stay right here or walk your shoulder blades together, interlace the fingers, and come up a little higher. One more breath. On the exhale, lower all the way down. Let your arms come at your sides. Let the knees drop in. If you have a full back bend practice, now's the time. Or if you have a block or a pillow, you can place those underneath your lower back, under your sacrum. Come into half wheel. So we're going to do at least 2 more wheels. Full wheel, hands go down, press down through your feet, lift up. If you're not doing full wheel, no big deal. You can either stay here, half wheel, with hands interlaced, or use a block or a pillow, or anything else you might have under your sacrum. Okay, 1 more wheel. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, lift up. And breathe. If you're in a full wheel, try to soften your glutes. Breathe. On the exhale, lowering down. Alrighty. If you're still doing wheels, great, go for it. If you're done, let your feet come to the edges of the mat. Knees drop in. Try to let your low back and your sacrum go. Bring one hand on heart, the other on belly, and breathe. Let's release the arms, and then we're just going to windshield wiper the legs side to side. Okay, let's slowly come back to center, and then we're going to draw the knees in towards the chest. Maybe give yourself a little hug, fold in like a ball, and then let your head go, shoulders go. Make some little circles on the low back. When you're ready, come into happy baby. So opening up the hips. You can hold onto your feet on the inside or the outside edges of the feet and breathe. Maybe make some movement here. If you like coming into a straddle in this position, go ahead and just open the legs. When you're ready, let's close the legs back together. And then we'll take a spinal twist. So I'm just going to keep my knees together for this twist. If you like to double wrap your legs or do a different spinal twist, feel free to do so. So knees together, I'm going to go to the right first, letting the knees float over to the right. Open and expand the arms. Take the gaze the opposite direction of the knees. And breathe into your low back. On the next inhale, come on back to center. Exhale, let the knees go the other way and breathe. On the inhale, come on back to center. And then we're going to come into plow and or shoulder stand. You can also do legs up the wall, which I'll show you because I have a wall over here now. Or you can do waterfall on a block or a pillow. So if you're coming into plow, roll back. It's hard to talk here. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Hands go on the low back, and then legs come up for shoulder stand. If you're not doing that kind of shoulder stand, you can do waterfall on a pillow or a block. You just place it underneath your low back and bring your legs straight up. And then legs up the wall, which is great for your low back and to release hips. Take some padding and then come over to the wall, place it down, and then bring your legs up the wall, like so. Wherever you are, whichever position you're in, take 3 breaths there. If you're in shoulder stand, feel free to take more. If you're in shoulder stand, you can slowly release the legs over the head, coming into plow pose. And then make your way towards Karadasana, which is where you bend the knees to the outside of the ears. Arms just flop over the backs of the thighs. And then slowly lower down, 1 vertebrae at a time. And then we'll find fish pose. So fish pose, you can do a supported fish. If you have a block or a pillow, place it under your heart center. So the heart is lifted, arms are at your sides. A block, same thing. Goes under the heart, under the shoulder blades, like so. You can support your head with a pillow or your hands back here. Or the other way to do fish is like this. On the next exhale, let's lower all the way to the ground. If you still have anything else you need to do, feel free to move around if you need to, any last postures or movement, and then slowly make your way to the ground. We'll come into Shavasana. I'll make it a short Shavasana, but feel free to stay longer because I'm over time right now, so take your time. Feel your body on the ground. Feel the weight of your muscles and your bones dropping down and letting go. When you're ready, slowly begin to awaken your bodies. Begin to deepen your breath, making small movements with hands and feet, fingers and toes. Rolling over onto one side, resting there for a moment. And then making your way up to a seated position. If you're still in Shavasana, please take your time. Bring your hands to your heart. Just take a moment to drop your chin towards your chest, thanking yourself for practicing today. On the inhale, we'll raise the crown of the head, and I'll close today's practice with one chant of Om, inhaling together. Thank you so much, everybody. Much gratitude. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you joining me. Mwah. Have a great, great evening and weekend. Happy Easter, or whatever you celebrate.